Good afternoon and welcome to Government House. My name is Hugh Borum and I have the honour to be the official secretary to Her Excellency the Governor, and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. This is the fourth of 5 ceremonies to present Australia Day honours. As we start, could I please ask that you turn your mobile phones to silent? We do ask there's no photography during the ceremony itself. We do have an official photographer and you can take photographs after the event in this room or anywhere else in the house. It is also being live streamed on our YouTube channel and will be archived there if you want to have a look at it again later on. As we start, can I please ask you to join me in thanking the band of the 1027 Battalion Royal South Australian Regiment. I will now announce the official party. They are the Honourable Michael Brown, representing the Premier, the Honourable Heidi Girolamo, representing the Leader of the Opposition, Commodore Grant McLennan, Director General, Naval Construction Branch, Royal Australian Navy, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Sebevsky, representing the Army Area Representative, South Australia, Air Commodore Margot Forster, representing the Senior Australian Defence Force Officer, Edinburgh, and Chief Superintendent Steve Howard, representing the Commissioner of Police. If you are able, can I ask you please to be upstanding for the arrival of Her Excellency the Governor and Mr Bunton, and to remain standing for the playing of the Vice-Regal Salute.
Please be seated, everyone. Good afternoon, all. I'm going to start in the way I always do on Kaurna country with an acknowledgement in the Kaurna language. Kaurna, bogana alia, Kaurna miana alia, yaicha miana alia kumatana yartananku. Nyatuna tampani, Kaurna miana, yaichi atamatina, pukaninanku, yalaka takaricha. I acknowledge and pay my respects to Aboriginal people, whether from Kaurna country or other lands and regions, and I also acknowledge the Kaurna as the traditional owners from the past, today and into the future. Now, it's wonderful to have you all here this afternoon. Welcome. Rod and I very much enjoy these ceremonies. We know that some of you have over the years been regulars at Government House. One of you, and I'll leave everyone to work out who, came first, I think, in 1951 to receive a King's Scout Award from the then Governor, Sir Willoughby Norrie. Others have not been at all, and if you haven't been at all, I encourage you to look around afterwards. You can certainly go into any room where the door is open. Now let me start by congratulating those I'm about to invest with awards in the Order of Australia announced on Australia Day. There's a degree of formality around this ceremony, but we very much want you to be able to relax and enjoy it too. For those of you who are here in support, the most special people really, we hope that this will be a day for you to remember, not only for the service of the person that you're here to support, but because in the course of the afternoon you will hear about the service of others, many others, in our community. Awards in the Order of Australia are made in recognition of outstanding service and exceptional achievement. And one of the ways we recognise the outstanding nature of it all is through the presence here today of Minister Michael Brown and Shadow Minister Heidi Girolamo, through the presence of the Service and SAPOL chiefs, and also through the presence of Rick Morris, who represents South Australia on the Council for the Order of Australia, and also represents us on the Australian Bravery Awards Council as well too. And sitting next to Rick is Pamela Rakowski, AM, who is here representing the chair of the Order of Australia Association in South Australia. And I encourage recipients of today's awards to get to know Pamela and to think about joining the association. Of course, it's extraordinary too because the people I'll be investing typically don't seek recognition. And what it takes for them to be here today is for another Australian to have recognised in them something very special. And I ask all of you, please, because you'll be experts on this by the time you leave, to think about who you might nominate or who you might encourage someone else to nominate. There are many other South Australians who are worthy of these awards. And a final request to recipients, I ask you please, I give you it is really for everyday use, and I mean pretty much every day. You'll receive a medal, a bit like this, which is for very special days, and you'll receive miniatures, which are for those relatively rare occasions where evening wear is required. Now, with all of that, I'm now going to hand to the official secretary, Hugh Borriman, and we're going to get underway.
Your Excellency, the following recipients have been appointed members in the General Division of the Order of Australia. Mr. Andrew Craig Fielke is recognised for significant service to the food industry, particularly as a chef developing Australian native cuisine. Growing up in Renmark, Mr. Fielke's culinary career took him across the world. After training at London's Savoy Hotel and in Switzerland and Austria, he returned to South Australia where he built a career showcasing native ingredients. In 1992, he opened the Red Ochre restaurant in Adelaide, one of Australia's first eateries to place native foods at the heart of its menu. It won the Australian National Tourism Award for Restaurants in 1996. In 2001, Mr. Fielke channeled that same passion into a new business, Creative Native Foods, which grew into one of Australia's most comprehensive native ingredient supply businesses, working in close partnership with Indigenous harvesters and communities. Creative Native Foods now continues as a First Nations-owned business, a meaningful step towards greater Indigenous ownership and leadership in the industry Mr. Fielke helped to create. His 2020 book, Australia's Creative Native Cuisine, distilled 4 decades of knowledge into an award-winning, helped lay the foundations of a whole new sector of Australian agriculture. Mr. Andrew Craig Fielke. Mr. John Frederick Held is recognised for significant service to architecture in leadership roles. Mr. Held believes all communities deserve access to transformative design. An indefatigable community advocate, he has maintained a particular focus on the architecture of learning environments for more than 40 years. A clear communicator, John leverages rich conversations to solve complex social problems through design. Having learned the importance of leadership under the tutelage of renowned SA architect Keith Neighbour, he has proven his commitment to industry advancement and mentorship. Mr. Held is the immediate past National President of the Association of Consulting Architects and is Deputy Chair of the Australian Construction Industry Forum. In these roles, he advocates for all architects, agitating on issues like improved construction quality standards and equitable pay for architects and built environment professionals. Mr. Held joined Russell and Yelland in 1976, was promoted to Associate in 1979 and made a Director in 1982. Now a Life Fellow of the Australian Institute of Architects, in 2017 he was awarded the Sir James Irwin President's Medal for collaborative and significant contributions to architecture. Mr. John Frederick Held. Professor Neil Brenton Pillar is recognised for significant service to lymphology. Professor Pillar has worked tirelessly to ensure that people living with lymphedema are identified earlier, treated better and supported more effectively. His interest in the lymphatic system was ignited in 1971 when, as an undergraduate at Flinders University, he encountered the work of Professor John Casley-Smith on lymphatic disease and elephantiasis. He's been researching the lymphatic system ever since. As lymphologist and director of the Lymphedema Clinical Research Unit at Flinders University, Professor Pillar has trained a generation of clinicians and researchers, shaped international clinical guidelines, and championed the development of diagnostic tools and treatment protocols that have improved the lives of patients across Australia and the world. He has served in leadership roles with the International Society of Lymphology, the Australasian Lymphology Association, and the Australasian College of Phlebology, and has been recognised with the Lifetime Contribution to Lymphology Award by the Australasian Lymphology Association in 2016. Most recently, Professor Pillar has led the development of Lean On, a digital platform supporting breast cancer survivors at risk of lymphedema, offering Australians practical, evidence-based guidance wherever they live. Professor Neil Brenton Pillar. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia in the General Division. Mr. Douglas Harry Ahola is recognised for service to the community of Port Pirie. A consistent and driving force at the Broken Hill Associated Smelters Bowling Club, Mr. Ahola has notched up more than 800 games and continues as a hand-on member. Taking up his first bowls more than 5 decades ago, his commitment was honoured with life membership in 2002, and in 2018, the new synthetic turf was named the Doug Ahola Green. Alongside winning pennants and club championships, he has at various times turned his hand to every position in the club. President for 6 years, treasurer for 3, greens manager for 4, even general handyman and looking after the bar. In recognition of his wider leadership contributions, he is a life member of the Port Pirie Golf Club and the BHAS Employees Picnic and Sports Association. He has also contributed his time and energy to the Royal Port Pirie Yacht Club, as well as various school and community organisations. A parishioner since the 1960s of the Florence Street Uniting Church, Mr. Ahola is a former church elder and church camp volunteer. He is widely known in his community as a true legend on and off the green. Mr. Douglas Harry Ahola.
See what I mean about unassuming, not looking for recognition?
Thank you, sir. If you wouldn't mind looking over here for my please. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Neville Bruce Bonney is recognised for service to conservation and the environment and to the community. A pioneering native plant expert, Mr. Bonney is the author of more than 20 major works on places, seeds and plants native to Australia. These publications are essential reading for professionals involved in the restoration of ecosystems and landscapes, as well as local plant enthusiasts. Mr. Bonney has spent a lifetime promoting Australian native plants and championing the importance of what he describes as our national estate, believing that if we look after the land, it will look after us. A seed collector, plant propagator, and a plant nursery manager, he has extensive knowledge in farming plants for timber, flowers, wild foods, firewood, and other purposes. A popular speaker and educator, he engages the community on seed collection, local plant identification, and traditional uses for native plants. As a strong advocate for the commercialisation of useful native flora, he has promoted the production and development of markets for bush foods. In 2023, he was inducted into the South Australian Environment Hall of Fame. Mr. Bonney is also recognised for his contribution to the Millicent community as a councillor, board member of the Millicent Hospital, and a member of the Millicent Rotary Club. Mr. Neville Bruce Bonney. The Reverend Dr. Vernon John Cracknell is recognised for service to youth through Scouts. Since he joined the Scouts at age 12, Dr. Cracknell has remained committed to the organisation, dedicating more than 8 decades to mentoring, leadership and youth development. His service has spanned roles from volunteer leader through to executive officer within the South Australian branch of Scouts Australia. Recognised with several Scouts Service Awards, he has played a key role in youth development and leadership training with a focus on supporting adult leaders in the movement. A King's Scout, Dr. Cracknell has been instrumental in establishing and contributing to the Scouts Social and Service Group, bringing together retired leaders to continue supporting Scouts through camps, activities and community assistance. Ordained as a minister, he has also served communities in Broken Hill, Millicent, Wallaroo and Marion, while active in the Scouts. He was also a lecturer at the Park and Wesley Uniting Church Theological College in Adelaide for 16 years. Dr. Cracknell is also recognised for his contributions to the National Model Railways Association. The Reverend Dr. Vernon John Cracknell. Mr. Stephen Mark Day is recognised for service to charitable organisations and to the finance sector. With a background in financial governance and risk management, Mr. Day's contributions to both the financial sector and community organisations demonstrate the powerful impact of sharing professional expertise for good. A seasoned professional in the financial services industry, he has brought a wealth of expertise in business planning, investment advisory, management and risk management to various businesses and community roles. As the chair of the Riley Foundation, he advocates for parents navigating the child protection system. As the president and chair of the Victor Harbour Golf Club, he brings expertise in governance and strategic leadership. His professional career includes significant contributions at board and advisory committee level to the South Australian Government Financing Authority, the Savings and Loans Credit Union, the People's Choice Credit Union, the Land Management Corporation, now Renewal SA, and the Public Trustee. Known for his commitment to social responsibility, Mr Day has also served as the Chief Executive Officer at Crime Stoppers South Australia, contributing to community safety. Mr Stephen Mark Day.
Thank you very much.
Dr William Douglas Gransbury is recognised for service to the community of Angaston. Across more than 3 decades, Dr Gransbury has been a cornerstone of care in Angaston, delivering essential services in obstetrics, anaesthetics and general practice, and ensuring high-quality healthcare close to home. For 25 years, he volunteered as doctor to the Angaston Football Club, supporting player health and the community's social fabric. Recognising gaps in Barossa mental health services, he co-founded Enhance Barossa Mental Health, a regional charity focused on suicide prevention and support. Through this work, he has helped individuals and families access care when it is needed most, drawing on both professional expertise and lived experience. Dr Gransbury has also contributed to public health initiatives, including the Steps to Better Health project and research collaborations with Flinders University, ensuring regional residents benefit from evidence-based care. Beyond medicine, he has championed Angaston's heritage as inaugural chair and president of the Angaston and Penrice Historical Society and as conservator of the Old Union Chapel, Blacksmith's Main Street Shop and Angaston History Centre, recognising that connection to place and culture strengthens community identity and resilience. Dr William Douglas Gransbury. Mr Graham Leon Hill is recognised for service to youth and to vocational education. Mr Hill has made an exceptional contribution to youth development and vocational education in South Australia over more than 60 years. For 67 years in the Scouting movement, he has undertaken roles from unit leader to Deputy Chief Commissioner of Scouts South Australia, providing leadership, mentoring and program development. His contribution to the Easter Venture program is recognised through the Graham Hill Perpetual Easter Venture Award, which acknowledges teams demonstrating the highest levels of skill, teamwork and Scouting spirit. Mr Hill's commitment to training continued through his work at TAFE South Australia, where he worked as a lecturer in manufacturing at the Panorama campus. Specialising in occupational health and safety and curriculum development, he contributed to national advisory work, helping to shape consistent standards across jurisdictions. Mr Hill helped to develop core training materials and co-authored national guidelines embedding safety into courses and accreditation, establishing a lasting framework across trades such as bricklaying, metal fabrication, and horticulture. Mr. Graham Leon Hill.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Rex Liebelt is recognised for service to the agricultural show sector. For decades, Mr. Liebelt has made a major contribution to South Australia's agricultural shows, combining leadership, expertise, and a dedication to poultry to strengthen exhibitions across the state. As a General Committee member of the Royal Agricultural and Horticultural Society of South Australia for over 10 years, and as a council member of its poultry division at the Royal Adelaide Show, he has guided the development of standards and programs that celebrate excellence in agricultural and horticultural exhibiting. A devoted enthusiast since 1979, Mr. Liebelt shares his knowledge of poultry freely, mentoring new and experienced exhibitors alike and promoting best practice in breeding, care and presentation. His 20-year tenure as Secretary and ongoing service as Assistant Secretary of the Southern Country Shows Association has been pivotal in supporting regional shows and fostering regional engagement. In the Central District Shows Association, his leadership as President, Mount Barker Delegate and Committee Member has maintained the vitality of exhibitions at Mannum, Tanunda, Angaston and Mount Pleasant, providing opportunities for community participation, education and mentorship. Through decades of dedicated service, Mr. Liebelt has preserved heritage, inspired exhibitors, and strengthened the cultural and educational value of South Australia's agricultural shows. Mr. Rex Liebelt. Mr. Eli James Myrne is recognised for service to road safety advocacy. Mr. Myrne has dedicated his life to preventing road trauma, using his personal experience to teach South Australians the real cost of risky driving. In 2004, at the age of 24, a reckless joyride through the Adelaide Hills ended in a crash that left him with a permanent brain injury, 3 broken ribs and a punctured lung. Despite these life-changing consequences, Mr. Myrne has transformed his experience into a powerful force for change. Since 2008, he's been a key presenter for the Metropolitan Fire Service Road Awareness Program, one of South Australia's most effective road safety initiatives. He also presents at the RAA's Street Smart High, the state's largest youth road safety program, delivering confronting, honest accounts that inspire safer choices. As a road safety ambassador for the Get Home Safe Foundation and a peer mentor with Brain Injury SA, Mr. Myrne continues to guide and support others, offering empathy, practical advice, and a message that saves lives. Mr. Eli James Myrne. Mrs. Patricia Ann Pledger is recognised for service to children's literature. Mrs. Pledger has dedicated her career to promoting reading and advancing literacy, with lasting impact across students, educators and communities. During a 3-decade career as a teacher and teacher librarian, she has helped transform the role of the library into a central driver of learning, research skills and reading engagement. Mrs. Pledger's involvement with Education Network Australia, an early digital platform producing trusted online resources for schools, helped to establish digital learning and information literacy in our education system. Since 1998, as Chief Editor of Read Plus and a Director of Pledger Consulting, Mrs. Pledger has shaped the selection and promotion of children's and young adult literature across the country. Her curated reviews and publications, including Best Books for Primary and the Wellbeing and Life Skills Literature List, have provided educators with high-quality practical resources that support curriculum learning, empathy and critical thinking. Through conference presentations, literature reviews and long-standing involvement with professional bodies, Mrs. Pledger has strengthened school libraries, supported educators and promoted equitable access to literature. Mrs. Patricia Ann Pledger. Ms. Gerlinda Trapper is recognised for service to the community of the Barossa and to the arts. Since arriving in South Australia from Germany in the 1960s, Ms. Trapper and her husband Paul have been instrumental in realising a vision for the Barossa as a centre for the arts, creating a lasting cultural legacy. Ms. Trapper led the establishment of the Barossa Sculpture Park and volunteered as its chair for more than 20 years, securing sponsors and artists for the inaugural International Sculpture Symposium in 1988, which attracted participants from across Australia and overseas. The park, now featuring 17 sculptures, has engaged the community, drawn visitors and positioned the Barossa as a destination for contemporary art. A founding member of the Barossa German Language Association, Ms. Trapper has promoted the region's unique linguistic and cultural traditions. She co-founded the German Singkreis singing group and the German-Speaking Movement Association, ensuring music, language and heritage continue to enrich community life. In addition, Ms. Trapper established the Barossa Regional Gallery and continues to oversee the Barossa Vintage Festival Art Collection, preserving more than 80 artworks procured since 1965. Ms. Gerlinda Trapper. Mr. Kenneth Bruce Warnes is recognised for service to conservation and the district and community of Owen. Through decades of commitment to conservation and civic life, Mr. Warnes made a lasting impact on Owen, its community and its natural heritage. A pioneer in botanical conservation, he's been a member of the Australian Plants Society since 1963 and was the founding leader of its Emerophilia study group, volunteering as newsletter editor from 1972 to 80. He's contributed to the Australian Arid Lands Botanic Garden and the establishment of the Emerophilia Demonstration Garden, earning recognition with the Australian Plants Award in 2011. Beyond his environmental work, Mr. Warnes has strengthened local agriculture and civic life through extensive leadership and service. Mr. Warnes has undertaken multiple terms as President of the Owen and Alma Agricultural Bureaus, chaired the Owen Primary School Council for 10 years, and held leadership roles with St Luke's Anglican Church and the Owen Memorial Swimming Pool. His service also extends to sport and the arts, including cricket and bowls clubs, and over 13 years with the Adelaide Plains Male Voice Choir, authoring Men of the Plains in Song. Mr. Kenneth Bruce Warnes. Your Excellency, that concludes the presentations for this afternoon.
Well, I'm sure you can now see what I mean about the totality of this. I mean, it really is wonderful. But today, particularly, a number of the recipients said to me, and the conversations are sort of private there, sometimes they can be heard and sometimes not, but a recurring theme was that they couldn't have done it without you. And I want to acknowledge that, in case they've omitted to tell you that along the way. I don't suppose they have, but it really was a theme of today, which in many respects covers very broad service to our community. Some of it is a bit intellectual. That was a comment that was made as well, but much of it is service to communities right across our state. So let's give everyone a final congratulations on their wonderful service and achievements.
If you are able, please be upstanding for the departure of Her Excellency Mr. Bunton and the official party. Can I ask recipients please to remain in the room for the official photograph and for guests to join Her Excellency and Mr. Bunton in the drawing rooms for afternoon tea. Thank you very much.